Hey guys, Jamstrap here, and welcome back to another video. In this one I'm going to go over this month's Warhammer painting competition entry, which as you can see is my Space Wolves Redemptor Dreadnought. So not only is this a painting competition entry video, but it's also just kind of an update on my Space Wolves project. And to be honest, I'm kind of thinking I might just make a whole video showcasing that, but I'll wait until I hit like 1,000 points and show you guys where I'm at. So anyway, let's have a look at this and tell you guys the kind of techniques and what new things I try to do, things I've learned, all that kind of stuff. Alright, first thing I'll say is this is actually my first ever Dreadnought, and probably one of the biggest models and most detailed models I've ever done. I mean, I've done like a bloat drone for Death Guard and all that kind of stuff, but nothing quite on this scale. And you know, in Age of Sigmar I've done like Arkan the Black, but he's just a giant skeleton, so that's, I mean, he's a big model, but there's not much detail there. It's just a bunch of bone colors and dry brushing. So this one took me quite a while, especially like I say with me trying some new techniques and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, probably took me about a week or so on and off, but I think it kind of came out alright. I don't think it's too bad. So let's start with some of the main part of thing that's glowing out here. And then first thing like one of the big techniques I tried, and that's obviously using my airbrush to get like a plasma glow effect. It's the first time I've ever done anything like this. I'm not completely happy with the way it came out, but I mean, for a first go, I don't think it's too bad. And the great thing about painting and trying new things is you always come out with learning something new at the end of it. Like one thing, for example, I tried to get a glow coming out of these. I don't think that really worked. And I feel like I should have kept like I don't know, a bit more of a transition, because it kind of seems like one color. I don't know if it's picking up in the camera because it's a bit bright, but yeah, I should have had more definition zones of colors, if that means, like go from the darker to the lighter. I think I went a bit over the top with like going into the white. But yeah, like I said, I don't think it came out too bad. Like just on the tips there, I actually went pure white with some edge highlighting. Not sure if it's quite coming up, but I think there you could probably see it a bit more. So try to give it extra bit of detail, apart from my airbrush did start splattering, which kind of annoyed me a bit, but I'm still kind of new to it. But overall, I don't think it came out too bad for a first go. And like I said before, I learned some new stuff, and next time I give it a shot, I'm sure I'll probably do better. And by the way, if you want to see my kit bashing video for this, I'll link it up now, because I've got a video on how I did that as well. And another thing I tried to do, and it did not come out well. It's the first time I've ever done lettering on like these scrolly bits. I mean, it looks like a 2-year-old kid went at it. And don't even know if you can read there, but it says Brynjar. Yeah, I probably should have lightened the parchment up as well, but yeah, it's not great at all, but it's legible at least. And it's the first time once again. Let's open this puppy up so you guys can see. Pun not intended. Try not to scratch the paint off. I mean, I have varnished this thing. That's why, as you can see, these transfer sheets, they're not like super shiny if I move it around. Yeah, that's one thing I've always hated about transfer sheets, is they just stand out too much. But blasting this thing with some satin varnish through my airbrush, and apart from when you really catch it on strong light, I mean, even like that one over there, it really blends it into the model. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. But yeah, as you can see, this bad boy opens up. I got more space for writing there, but I haven't quite thought what I was going to put there yet. And yeah, I don't know. I probably should have put his name on that one, and probably put my like chapter name on there maybe. I don't know. There's a lot of scrolls and I don't know what they're meant for. As you can see in there, there's not too much detail going on. I went for a bit of like bronze to break it up. A couple red pipes in there. And talking about varnishes and stuff, I actually varnished the gems. Don't know if you can see it too well. Gave it a gloss varnish on there. Maybe you can see it shine a bit. And I went over the lenses and like lights and stuff like up there as well. Don't know how well it turned out. That top one you can see a bit of a shine there. But that's probably it for like new stuff. But one thing I definitely feel like I've improved on from like my first ever Space Wolves kill team, when I tried doing weathering and I did the old sponging technique, and they look absolutely horrible looking back at it now. Then I did last month's competition entry. This guy, if I can focus in there, and see I did kind of like, did a bit of like battle damage and stuff like that, little little black specks here and there. So I feel like I improved with my like chipping and stuff on this one. And I still need to learn how to paint faces because I'm not happy with that. But yeah, so I kind of learned some stuff on that. And then going into this one, I feel like I learned even more. And the trick is just to not go over the top. What I've kind of done is I've stuck to the edges and the corners, not going in too much on the flat surfaces like that. So almost like an edge highlight, I've just kind of gone and give like little dabs of black around the corners, like you see like that. Where you would imagine like the sharp corners where the paint would get knocked off a bit easier. So yeah, I definitely feel like my weathering game is definitely getting better every single model. Doesn't look too bad. As usual, lots of edge highlighting on Primaris Marines or just Space Marines in general. And I absolutely hate it. It takes ages to do. So yeah, not a fan of edge highlighting. But I must admit, doing it with the weathering bits, the look was quite nice. So I did enjoy it a little bit. Particularly this one. I feel like this one actually looks like a cut. And as usual, I went go for my like standard melting snow, muddy ground kind of thing going on. Little tufts of grass. So yeah, I don't know what else I can talk about. So it was a very interesting project. One thing I was going to mention is with the weathering and that, one thing I did try to kind of convey is obviously his hand, his little power fist thing over here, that's going to be gripping things, smashing things. So I've definitely went heavier on the weathering on this side of things. As you can see, there's a lot more than anywhere else on the model, just kind of hoping that would come across the way that I meant it to. And also while I'm looking at that, I just remember now, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I try to give this little Gatling gun thing a kind of like a heat bloom. So no, I did a wash of Dragonov Nightshade to about there, then when that dried I did another wash about halfway and so forth. Doubt it's picking up on the camera, but yeah, that's a little small detail I added in there as well. Also, I wish I glued this on because it's really annoying. It just flops around all the time. It was a nightmare while painting. Painted this thing silver, then it would flop on there, then ruined my black. I did that quite a few times. Talking about black, actually, while I've got you guys' attention, if you're still watching this, I originally started painting my Space Wolves as like, you know, Ragnar Blackmane Company with the yellow shoulders. And I gave them like the iconography of Ragnar Blackmane. But then after a while through, I was like, you know, I want to make my own custom like Primaris Space Wolf chapter. So I gave them like kind of black shoulder pads. So even though they've got the same iconography, at least the colors are different. But I'm kind of thinking if I should just go back to Ragnar colors, like go for the yellow shoulder, or continue with my like darker black color and stuff like that. So yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think, if I should go back to yellow or continue that trend. Because originally when I was doing this one, I was thinking I don't know if I should paint this whole shoulder pad yellow, and obviously I can't go black because how the transfer won't work, because I mean the logo's black, so I just kept it grey. It's kind of a bit neutral that way depending on my decision, but at least I mean I'm keeping the wolfy colors. There's yellow in there, still sticking to that, you know, add a bit of chipping to the transfers just to like incorporates them a bit more. You know, just a little bit, like on this one, I just did two there, a little bit of like lighter grey ones there. Just kind of brings it all together a bit more. So yeah, anyway, I'm not going to try to ramble on too much about this. It was just kind of an update on some new techniques and my entry for this month, and also my Space Wolves update. I'm only about 10 models away from reaching my 1,000 points. So it's going to be like my official isolation army, I guess. But anyway, comment below what you think, and if you did enter this competition as well, or if you got any other cool Space Wolfy Dreadnought kit bashers or whatever, let me know below, or check the description and join my Discord, because I share like model showcases and whips and all that kind of stuff on there as well, so maybe we can have a little chat on there. Like the video if you liked it, and check out my channel and subscribe, because I release hobby content all the time, especially now that we're all stuck at home. I'm cranking out a lot more videos. So yeah, see you guys in the next one, and goodbye.